Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode 66. Especially, we welcome the sisters today because today we're going to title, Where Are the Most Beautiful Women in the World? And we're going to jump into the battle for real beauty. Similarly, corollarily, where are we going to find the strongest women in the world, the most powerful, the winningest women for the world? Well, the answer is, I'll just tell you, we're going to find them in the church. Our official passage is from 1 Corinthians chapter 14, where it says that women should be in submission in church. And that's going to manifest by women being silent with regards to the teaching in the church. So it's a manifestation of their subjection. Now, take a step back, and I'm just going to put on my female hat for a second. And why would I want to submit? Why would I want to be subject to anybody? Well, we'll find out today, because it's the most beautiful thing in the world. It's demonstrating growth and thriving and excelling. But wait, doesn't subjection show weakness? Or does it show ultimate power under control? And we're going to head towards that direction. Okay, so a couple of things today. Subjection is something that all Christians do. Be subject for the Lord's sake. Why are we subject? Well, it's not for us, and it's not for others primarily. It's for the Lord's sake. And in 1 Peter chapter 2, it describes being submissive to all kinds of different things. All Christians are involved in this process. It's something that's done freely. It's done with choice. And then here's the mind-blowing thing. In 1 Peter chapter 2, he goes on and on about Jesus submitting. So when we submit, it is something that is similar to the submission that Jesus did. And when we do it, we are to be mindful of God. All right, so the passage I really want to read is from 1 Peter chapter 3, which talks about wives and husbands. Here it is. Wives, be subject to your own husbands. Actually, it doesn't say that. It says, likewise, wives, because you just got done talking about Jesus submitting. Likewise, wives, be submissive to your own husbands, so that even if some do not obey the word, unbelievers, they may be won without a word by the conduct of their wives. When they see, so interior conduct becoming externally visible, your respectful and pure conduct. Do not let your adorning be external or merely external, the braiding of hair and the putting on gold jewelry or the clothing that you wear, but let your adorning be the hidden person of the heart, with the imperishable beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which in God's sight is very precious. For this is how holy women who hoped in God used to adorn themselves, by submitting to their own husbands, as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, small l, Lord. And you are her children if you do good and do not fear anything that is frightening. So we've already said that subjection is something that all Christians do, and we do it for the Lord's sake. It's something that Jesus did, so that you got that going for you. And it's something that wives do. Even wives witnessing and being in unbelieving husband marriages. And why would wives submit to an unbelieving, non-Christian husband? So that by your order, their disorder can become order. That is, that you might win them. So the adornment of the heart, this precious, internal, imperishable, beautiful thing, which is primarily internal, spills out and becomes external. And this gentle and quiet spirit being so valuable and precious and witness, not only before God, it is also a witness before man, specifically your man, and he might even become a believer because of it. So it's something that all Christians do. It's something that Jesus did. It's something that wives do. And here we find it's something that the ancients did. Sarah did it. Holy women who hoped in God. So their primary submission was to God, and they're adorning themselves internally, and then they externally adorn themselves by submitting to their husbands. And Sarah obeyed Abraham, and her submission came out in her mouth as she calls him Lord with a small l. So holy women, hoping in God, they continue to entrusting. When Jesus did this, the word that's used for him is that he continued to entrust himself to the Father. So Sarah obeyed Abraham, again, trusting herself to the Father, and in the junior version, Abraham. And it results in the bravest thing, bravery, if you do good and do not fear anything that is frightening. So here's the crazy thing is the marriage requirements are terrifying. Just read 1 Corinthians chapter 11. And that's in a perfect marriage. And they're worse in an imperfect marriage. So how do you handle that? Only by trusting yourselves to the Lord. So here's the corollaries to submission in the church. I think there's I think the things that are asked of wives are similar to the things that are being asked to women in the church. Silence and subjection is the bravest thing that can be done. It is seen by others, it's witness, and when they see your respectful conduct, who sees it in the church? Other men see it, women see it, children see it as examples. It'll help them in their future marriage. And primarily the subjection that people see of women in the church is subjection to the Lord. It's all done in the Lord's sight, verse 4. It's done by hoping in God, verse 5. It's done mindful of God, further upstream there in chapter 2. And it's the battle for real beauty. It's admirable adorning. It's the internal that is seen external. It is an impossible thing if you look only to mankind, but it's a hard thing and a possible thing if we look to God, if we call on him, if we ask him to help us in our contact. So, who are the most beautiful women in the world? Or where do I find the most beautiful women in the world? Is it Vogue magazine or People magazine? No, it's in the church. Why? Because they're demonstrating the understanding of subjection. It's in the hidden person of the heart, adorned with stuff that's more beautiful than gold and braided hair, etc. And then it becomes not hidden. So what's done first for God's sight becomes to other people's sight. And you see people demonstrating in the person of their heart, hoping in God. And what is being spoken is actually what's silent in the church. So where do I find the most beautiful women in the world? They are in church. Where are the strongest women in the world? They are in church. Thanks for listening.